We're going to review today of the Simplified KJV. I picked off this a couple weeks back at Mardell's Christian Bookstore, and what this Bible does, it takes out a lot of archaic words and like the word, like the edits and believe it's, just put believe and a lot of those words like that there. And what it does not change from the KJV. So you KJV only people, don't be leaving comments saying now this is taken away. This is a great Bible here. So people that don't like reading the KJV because you say it's hard to read, this is the answer here. So I think this one here is more or less in between the KJV and the new KJV. This is an excellent translation. I like the flow of it, and you really have to read hard to just see the differences, but there are some major differences that they made, but it keeps with the integrity of the KJV and its language. So, and it just takes out and it also does the divine pronouns. They capitalize those same as the new KJV. So this is a great Bible here, and it's got here. So if you see the back here on this little slip cover here, all this on here. And what it says here, the Barbour Simplified KJV is on the familiarity and the trustworthiness of the KJV Bible while removing the difficult, antiquated language and punctuating, keeping all the original translation work of the 1611 Bible. The Simplified KJV is careful to update old style that may interfere with your reading pleasure and comprehension today. Outdated verbs styles are refreshed. For example, art becomes are, gaves become gave. Old forms of address like thee, thou, and ye are updated. Confusion older terms such as wrought and divers are modernized, and pronouns for God as he, his, him, yours, me, my are capitalized for clarity. Quotation marks are included with spoken language. Long sentences are shortened with modern punctuation. Paragraphs are added throughout. And now the Simplified KJV has been combined with the features of the best-selling Bible Promise Book, a modern classic with more than 12 million copies sold. Inside it has 365 daily promises, 400 promise points, and 9,000 highlighted Bible promises in some 150 categories. So this is the Bible here. And for a Bible that doesn't cost a lot, does feel great in your hands. It has the Indian nation right here. So you can see that it's really bold, stands out greatly. I don't believe it's Smite sewn. It's kind of hard to tell, but I don't think it is. And the paper is kind of on the thin side, so it's not line match, but other than that, there at $19.99, you can't beat this here. I think they may have a few versions that cost a little bit more. I saw on Amazon. But this is a great pickup here. So this is the introduction here. And it's got here over 150 promise topics, and it's got like the different promise topics that you will find throughout this Bible here. So it's got 150 of those there that you will find in this Bible here. And this goes completely through the entire Bible. So what I'm going to do is just kind of like to give you a little clarity on how this particular Bible works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read a passage from the KJV, and then I'm going to go back and then read that same passage from the KJV. So it does have a book introduction, a paragraph. So I'm gonna read I'm gonna read from the KJV first, a couple of verses here. In Joshua chapter 1, verse 7 says, and this is from the King James Version, be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whatsoever thou goest. And the book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and thou mayest observe to do all according to that it shall make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success. So I read a couple verses there from the KJV. So I'm going to read a couple verses from the Simplified version here. Same book, and you can see the actual layout. It is in paragraph format, single column is the layout. So it kind of reads like a book real good. And so it's got here, only be strong and very courageous, that thou may observe to do according to all the law that Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may prosper wherever you go. The book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate in it, for then you make your way prosperous, and you shall have good success. So it reads a lot smoother than the KJV. It takes out a lot of those et type words there, and it updates, and it's got in the back, and I'll get to that later to show you the section in the back, the word changes that they made and how they made those changes there. So they're real transparent on the changes that they did due to the KJV. So we'll go to the book of Psalms right quick. So I'm reading from the KJV now, and this is Psalms 103, verse 2. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, and who healeth thou diseases, who redeemed thy life from destruction, who crowned thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfy thy mouth with good things, so shall the youth is renewed like the eagles. So I'm going to read this one here from the Simplified KJV. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and do not forget all his benefits, who forgiveth all your iniquities, who heal all your diseases, who redeems your life from destruction, who crowns you with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfy your mouth with good things, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. So you see how easy that flows when you read it. That's a good point there. It's an easy to read Bible, and I think, you know what, if you never have had the KJV, I highly recommend, I can't say this enough, get this Bible in your hand at $19.99. You can get on Amazon, not sure the exact price, but pretty close. Christian books also. So this is a great read here. So I'm going to go to one more place over into the New Testament, and it is a red letter edition here. So we'll go to very familiar passage, John chapter 3. And I'm going to read it first from the KJV. Very familiar scripture passage. Everybody's familiar with this passage that whoever with John chapter 3 verse 15 through 17, that whoever believeth in him should not perish but have eternal life. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but the world through him might be saved. So I'm going to show you this right quick. Same passage in the Simplified KJV. And verse 16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world might be saved through him. He who believes in him is not condemned, but he who does not believe is condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. So that's how it reads in the Simplified King James Version. So I go to back, it's got a couple pointers here. Doesn't have any maps or anything or concordance in there, but it does have a topical index in the back here. So this is the topical index that comes in this particular Bible here, and it starts and it goes here like abundance. It gives about 5 scriptures, and you can go through there and do a topical study. And then if you go here, and it's got here, I think this is a great feature here, as you can see here. The revision, the Barbour's Simplified KJV revision process. So it shows you every word that what they made the changes, revise, update, break up long sentences by changing colons and semicolons to appear capitalized first letter following. And it adds or removes commas to conform to modern style, changes colons and semicolons to commas when appropriate. And it's got here like, and I'm not going to go through, I'm just going to mention a couple of. Abated is changed to deduct or reduce. Abhor is changed to hate or detest. Abide changed to remain, withstand, stay, but left unchanged when the meaning live or dwell. Abode changed to abide, accomplish changed to complete it. So they got it listed in this Bible here, every change that they made from the KJV to a simplified. If you go to a lexicon, you'll see those words, and that's what those words are. So they didn't change anything from the KJV. If you studied in the Hebrew or Greek, you'll come to the same conclusion as the changes they made here. So at $19.99, it normally retails at $39.95. This is a great investment. I highly recommend this Bible here. And I really don't do reviews of Bibles that I don't recommend. I got a lot of Bibles that I've never done a review on. Is because I'm not really sold on those Bibles, and if I don't have anything good to say about a Bible, I'm not going to say it at all. I just won't do a review on that particular Bible there. Now maybe in the future I'll start doing some reviews to test some Bibles that I would say to avoid, not to read, or who's able to read and get something from those Bibles there that have some controversial study notes. So if you're interested in me doing something like a Dake's Bible, I'll do a review on that one there. If you're interested in that particular Bible, I will. And someone asked me to do a review a couple years back, and I just have not done that review because there's several places in that Bible that I disagree with his doctrine, his teaching, but there's some points that is still beneficial in that Bible there. So just want to mention that particular Bible here, but I say I highly recommend this Bible. I appreciate all the people that subscribe to my channel, who takes time to look at all my videos, leave a comment. So if you're new to this channel here, go ahead and click the like button, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this Bible here. And so appreciate y'all all. And so may each and every one of you have a blessed day in the Lord today.